try to go set Aphelios, and you're really playing with fire.
I mean, they already have the Kai'Sa.
Oh, right, they have Kai'Sa. Yeah, they have Kai'Sa. What am I saying?
No, that's okay. The Rel is going to be locked in here, so we've got 3 supports for Fred and Brion to choose from, and we'll see which solo lanes they're all going into. Hoya should be playing the Gragas, and it should be set mid lane to try and go up against Chovy. Can neutralize a lot of these melee matchups, actually, as the set. You can buy those early steel caps, and of course, with the amount of health regen that you do get from all the grit, it should be a pretty comfortable situation. As it's not going to be Aphelios. We're going with the Vayne from Deft, and he played this in their last series and actually looked very good on the champion as well. Was a little bit overshadowed. Esports in position to back away as Hoya throws down the barrel. Perfect delivery onto the Thresh, and that'll be first blood to Henna of all people. A great start for Fred and Brion.
Yeah, this is Hanwha Esports just really messing around in a fight and in a skirmish that they had no business committing to. We're gonna see Lava find himself in a little bit of trouble here.
Yep, Unbound Soul will mean that Chovy is absolutely... Vista is going to spot these two, and it looks like they're going to try and escape. Umpty in position, he gets immediately exhausted. He will be able to grab himself the Drake, but at the cost of his life, and a kill over to Chovy, which is so dangerous. And we have an Infernal Soul. Heck yeah. So proud of myself.
Well, you could see, too, that the respect is there for Chovy. I don't know if we'll get a replay of it, because it was kind of, it looked on paper like a pretty uninteresting fight, but the positioning for Vista...
what Fred and Brion are going to do. Kraken Slayer completed on the Vayne. It's a lot of extra true damage she has now available to her. As Deft will move back to this minion wave, tidy that one up for himself. He's down by about 10 CS, but it's probably fine, actually, for a Vayne in this matchup, as Chovy knows that he needs to ult out of there. Arthur not going to be so lucky, and he'll be taken down. Very squishy is this Talia, and a little bit of an overextension now as Morgan up towards the top side is pushed very, very far down. Is going to be able to move back now to relative safety. Is now Chovy looking for Lava. He's taking so much damage. Haymaker not even going to be utilized, as I believe it was on cooldown or something, and Chovy just gets a very simple solo kill.
He just used it in the previous fight to look for that pick onto Arthur, so, I mean, you trade a 1-for-1, but Chovy's not done with just this.
Oh, no. Doesn't have ulti, remember, but looks for the interruption. Doesn't quite get there, but still, Hoya taking a lot of damage. Good knock up there. It's going to be softened up a little bit. And Umpty now in this mid lane looking to try and clear out these minions, but the Yone is terrifying right now.
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons why you might be seeing the set is Umpty does get knocked up here.
Oh no. Chovy can sleep, but did of course have the...
But if you're picking set just so you don't die to Chovy, then...
yeah.
It does leave questions for me, about this. It's like, is it really a counter pick, or is it just a Chovy doesn't get fed pick?
I mean, Chovy's already fed, man. He's like 2-0-0, has himself a 300 gold bounty. It's like, yes, the lead isn't, insurmountable.
It's not as good.
Yeah, true. It's like not utter domination, but it's not like the problem solves. In goes Hanwha Esports. Chovy finds the ulti into the backline. It's a double flick kill, as just before he goes back to his soul, Chovy grabs yet another kill. Morgan's going to be able to take a Lantern Ride to save, not even adding damage to this particular take, because they know that there's just no way for Fred and Brion to approach, and if they do, then they just break off and grab themselves the fight. As Barrel is going to slow down Vista, the Baron does just fall down, as Vista's going to throw back the hook. Chovy now looks for the ulti, doesn't actually find anyone, and immediately goes back to the Unbound Soul. He'll fall asleep. He gets further away. Henna now trying to fight in the exhaust is immediate, but Chovy should be going down. They lock down the Yone, and now it's the Gragas that's out of position. You can see Deft trying to get into the right spot to start off this fight. He grabs a double kill to begin this one, but he's down to 200 health now, and Morgan picks up the charge. He's gigantic on this Aatrox, and yeah, you may have taken down Chovy, but the rest of the team is also fed.
The rest of the team is fed, and it's very, very low.
As we set up the wall, Arthur wants to flash in, is going to steal away the Baron, and now the fight should be going in favor of Hanwha. Arthur goes into his Zhonya's. Can he keep himself alive? As Chovy fighting off on the backside. Deft is free hitting. This is going to be an ace, and this is going to be the game for Hanwha Esports, and they make it look easy.
That's it. GG for this one. The series is all locked up. I have to say, Fred Brion, I really like the decision to actually try to group up and take the Baron fight because they were getting cut off too often. Chovy was killing split-off targets. The target priority, you know, of trying to lock him down and trying to set for sleeps on him just was not working. They grouped up for a Baron fight. They almost were able to rush it down. They got to take that fight on their terms. That was the plan. But the execution of the defense was too good. The, you know, ult in, steal away the Weaver's Wall there from Arthur was perfect. And they just ended up getting a great team fight with the flank there from Morgan. I thought it was a good idea from Fred Brion. Probably their best that they had, the best decision they made all series. But it was, again, too little, too late. That's the end of it.
Yep, that's going to be game. Harmalife Esports continuing their dominance here in the LCK, moving up to outright first place here in the first match of week 3. Of course, they are a match ahead of everybody else, and unfortunately, our blue shell in Fred Brion were unable to do it up against Hanwha. I think they just had too much momentum after what was an amazing series from Chovy in that.
Let's take a look at the damage. Yeah. And the lack thereof, unfortunately, for Set, you know? And they weren't able to convert his showstoppers into isolated picks onto Deft, onto Chovy, like the way they wanted to, especially onto Deft, right? I think that's what the function of this draft really is when you look at the mid-set, but it just doesn't work out at the end of the day. And it's a really tragic loss here for Fred Brion because they didn't get anything done in either of these maps.
Yep, absolutely no options given over to them, and Chovy once again showing that he can pick up a game and win it by himself. It's what happens when Yone gets too far ahead, but watching Chovy play it